Welcome viewers to the part 3 of this video series. In this video, we are going to discuss the empathy map and we will see how to create empathy map. We'll also see the online tool to create empathy map. Now let us start with the video. Before we start, let us first recap what we have studied in the part 2. That is the last video, right? So in the last video, we have seen about the design thinking framework where we have taken an example of traffic jam and we have implemented the design thinking framework where we have started with empathize, the first step, then define the problem, then ideate, where we have seen how to brainstorm, how to brain write, a lot of different techniques we have seen here. So then we have seen the prototype step. The next step is prototype, where you have to build a small version of the final project. It could be in a piece of paper or a banner, whatever it is. It will be a prototype, not the working model. And then the last stage that we have seen was the testing, where you test the prototype. You go to different users who are facing that problem and see your solution, see your prototype solution and get the feedback from them, right? And this is non-linear. Why? Because at any stage, if you want to go back to the previous stage, you can go back and you can start the all work all over again. So that was a design thinking framework. We have taken an example. We had taken an example of traffic issue in the last video, and we have implemented all of these stages, right? But in the empathize stage, we have discussed something called empathy map, which we have told that we will be discussing in the next video. So in this today's video, our target is to understand the empathy map, how to create the empathy map, also see the online tool through which you can create the empathy map very easily. So let us start with start. So let us start with today's topic. So first of all, what is empathy map? Empathy map is basically a tool to understand users' anxieties, expectations, and needs, right? This categorizes the user's thinking to four quadrants. First quadrant is what the user says aloud about the problem, what the user thinks about the problem, that is the second quadrant. Third quadrant is what the user is feeling about the problem, and the fourth quadrant is what the user does about the problem, right? So this is the four things about the users that we ask through our observations or interviews with the users. And we list down all the things about the user so that we can better understand what the user needs, what the user wants from the solution. So now let us see through an example. So let us understand a scenario where a student, maybe or someone named Akansha, has a desktop computer, and now she is planning to buy a new laptop for her educational purposes. So she already has a laptop. Now she wants to buy a new laptop for her educational purpose. So to solve this problem, let us create an empathy map for Akansha, right? So if you see here already we have created an empathy map where in the the says quadrant, if you see what Akansha is thinking, or what Akansha, sorry, so we have already created an empathy map for this, where in the first quadrant says we have listed out all the things that Akansha is saying aloud about her problem. Though, so she's saying that what brand is best. She's saying it to her friends, maybe that what brand is best that she wants to buy. And then she's also saying that I want the best battery backup. I know she's concerned about the battery backup. Maybe it is from her previous experiences or the current experience with her desktop computer. And then she is also saying which store to buy, right? From which store she should buy her laptop, which will give her the best reliable service in future. She wants the latest model also. She wants the latest model of the laptop. Then in the second quadrant, we are seeing that what she is thinking about the problem. So she's thinking that whether do I miss anything? Is it worth for that money? Should I take the decision fast? So these are the things that she's thinking about her problem. And then what she is doing to solve the problem. Well, she's comparing the products, right? She's getting reviews from her friends, asking her friends whether which laptop to buy, whether the laptop that they have is working properly or not, and what they are feeling. So she's getting the reviews from her friends, and finally she's checking the websites, right? So a lot of information is there. So she's checking the website about different laptops, different brands. Then finally, what she's feeling actually. So she is feeling overwhelmed as a lot of information is coming. So so she's feeling overwhelmed, and she's also feeling anxious, right? At the same time, she's feeling excited as she'll be buying a new laptop, and also she's having fear because she's also thinking, well, I have a desktop computer, um, and now I want to buy a new laptop. Well, whether it will be a worth for that money or something may be there, but these are the things that she's feeling right now about her problem. So we have listed down all of these quadrants, and by just looking at these things, we can easily understand what are Akanksha's concerns and what Akanksha really wants. So if you just combine all of this together, you can easily make some deduction from this data. Like first of all, we can understand that Akanksha wants the best battery backup. Also, second is that Akansha is, one the best for her money. She's not just gonna buy any laptop, right? She wants the latest model. And also, Akansha has fear of losing out something, missing out something. And also, since Akansha has a desktop computer, she's a little bit thinking about whether she should buy a new laptop for her educational purpose or not. And also a lot of information is out there. Her friends are saying something. The website is saying something. So she's kind of feeling overwhelmed. She's not able to make decision properly, as in there is too much information, right? So she wants something very simple, which will not, which will be which will make her life easier, right? So this is called empathize. You put yourself in the user's shoes and you think what user is thinking, right? Now let us. So this is you can make this thing in a piece of paper or a chart paper and putting some sticky notes here. You can make this very thing very nicely. But we have online tool for that, right? So why to make it in a piece of paper? You can make it using an online tool. You can save the project for later uses, and also you can print it out for your documentation purposes. So it will be very easier. So now let us see the online tool to create the empathy map. You can scan this QR code and you can go directly to the website page. Now I will give you the hands-on to creating the empathy map. So if you have scanned the QR code, now you would be landing to this page, right? And I think you have seen this page or from our last video. In the last video also, we have defined the problem using 5W one each method. So we have created a 5W one each chart, right, diagram. So you have seen it. I have shown how this website works. So similarly here, you will come and you can see there's an option called create new. You'll click on it and you will now have to search, right? So a lot of different things are there. We have already searched about 5W one each, and now we will be creating empathy map. So you will search empathy map. You can write it down. I've already, empathy map like this. It will come up here. So click on it, and as you will clicking on it, it will take you to a page, and there you can create your empathy map. Well, see, already these things are already there. So what you can do, you can just clear it out. You can click on this option, delete. So everything will be cleared out. And before you do anything, do one thing, click on here. As you will be printing it out later. So, change the size of the paper size. So click here and from here go to A4. So why I am saying it because saving it as A4 will be very easier for you to print it out because you will be mostly printing it out in a A4 paper, right, for your project documentation. Now Now you want the empathy map, right? So you have these options here. So you have a lot of different options. So the most easier one is this one, right? And we have also seen this one in our video. So click here. Now what you want to do? So here you have users. So write the name of the user. For example, here I want our user is Akansha. I will write here Akansha. And you have these quadrants. The name are written here. You can place it according to your need, right? So like this, place it somewhere. And now you want to whatever the data that you have gathered by asking questions to the user or observing, you will write paste it here, right? So how to write it? You have these memos, as you can see, different color memos, different types of memos. Choose any one of it and place it in the appropriate quadrant where you want to write. So, for example, here, what Akansha is saying, what she's saying, if you see, she's saying that, well, which store, she's saying which store to go to, which store to go to, right? So, like this, you can create another memo, and you can, she's also saying that she wants the latest technology, latest laptop, right? So here you see I have created two memos for this says quadrant, right? Similarly, I can create some other color memos here and I can paste it, right? So you try it out, and also you can connect these things. There is option if you just see, yes, I have connected this, right? So like this, you have options. So you play it out. It is very easy. Hmm. Once you make this empathy map, you can export it out. You have a lot of options: JPG, PNGs, PDF. You print it out. You save it in your device, and then you print it out. Once you click, like for example, JPG. If I click on it, it will ask me this. You click on export and select device. It will be downloaded, right? And once it is downloaded, you can easily, see what you have created, and you can print it out also. So I hope it is understood how to create an empathy map. Now let us move on to the video. So I hope you have seen the hands-on and understood how to create an empathy map using the online tool, right? Now let us see another example of traffic jam that we have studied in the next previous video also. We have seen the issue of traffic jam during office hours. Now, see this system map as, sorry, empathy map for that problem. So these are the four quadrants and all the different things that about the user, what the user is saying, what the user is thinking, what the user is actually feeling, and what the user is doing. Now, like this, you must try something on your own. So here is the homework for you. There are two situations, two problems. You can say one is two. So like this, you can do something on your own. Here are two problems listed out for you. So read these problems aloud and pause the video, read this problem aloud and solve it using the online tool, right? And get the hang out of this. Once you get the hang out of it, it will be very much easier for you, to make the capstone project and to start your journey doing the capstone project. So all of the team members should do this, and they should get the hang of creating empathy map. It will build critical thinking ability and creative thinking ability. If you want to study more about this topic, you can scan this QR code and you can learn from the PDFs by CPSC. Well, thank you. That's it.